You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey! What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I missed you guys. I feel like I've been on vacation, even though it's only been since Friday night. But you know, when you don't have any power in your whole community, in your whole city, it can seem like a few days can seem like a whole week or a whole 2 weeks when you don't have any power, especially when you don't have any Wi-Fi, you don't have any data, you can barely make any phone calls. I am grateful to have our power back on. I did just upload. I tried to upload a video from Friday night when the power hit. When the storm hit. And it was crazy. It was so crazy. Like the people who was watching us Friday night for our weekly Friday night live show. And oh yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody, please come on in. Thanks for your prayers. Thanks for your calls. People hit me up on Facebook. Some people follow me on Facebook, IG, some people on here, some YouTubers got my phone number. So, you know, people was reaching out and making sure we was okay. And I do appreciate that. I really, really do appreciate that. But also make sure you please like and share the video and subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. But yeah, Friday night we did our Friday night live show. It went on like normal. It started at 9 o'clock. About 2 hours into the show, I said, okay, you guys, let's wrap this up because I've been trying really hard every Friday night to try to keep it under 3 hours because y'all know, y'all been following me for a long time. We can go 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours on our Friday night live show because it's like no topics off limit, no host barred. We talk about any and everything from the hood to the White House, and y'all get to pick topics. I pick topics, you know, so we just be there, kicking it all night. So on Friday night, around like 2 hours in, I said, okay, let's wrap this up. You know, it's getting late. And that was probably around, we started about 9ish. So we probably ended the show about 11:30 or 12. And then like immediately after that, I'm just laying here chilling and I'm watching other YouTubers. You know, I support a lot of YouTubers on here. I'm like the neutralist, the most neutral YouTuber in the B sector because I'm not in the B sector. I just watch the B sector. So I watch everybody. So I'm just hopping around watching people and I hear this noise and I'm like, what the? And I'm thinking my son must got his TV up loud. He must be watching some, I don't know, some violent TV show, crime show, you know, some. I'm like, what the heck is he watching? So I get up and I walk through the house and I hear this boom. And I'm like, what the hell? Now, mind you, I do watch the news from time to time. I do stay up with my weather and all that kind of stuff. And welcome everybody. Please like and share the video. And again, thanks everybody for their prayers and concerns and everybody who reached out to me while we've been without power. But I walked through the house and I heard this boom. And then I talked to my son. I'm like, what was that? What was that? What was that noise? He was like, I don't know. So I go outside because I hear this noise and it sounds like, I don't know. It was like, it sounded like a train kind of. And what it was, I went outside and I just uploaded a video for those of y'all who want to check out the video. I recorded live from my porch. I just couldn't upload it because we didn't have any power. So I recorded it on my phone. I was like, well, when we get our power back on, I'll upload it. But I was on my porch and I'm talking y'all through the video and everything. and the winds was up to 95 miles an hour. I don't know how the hell I didn't get swept down the street. I was holding on to my screen door, like, I'm holding on to this green screen. I just knocked the damn thing down. But let me hit it back up. But I was holding on to the door for dear life, and I'm recording. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't know if it was a tornado, if it was just a thunderstorm, if it was, I don't know what the hell was going on. And at first, it was just the wind was moving real quick and it was noisy in the trees. And I was hearing all these booms all over the place. What was all those booms? There was all these like transformers and all these electrical things, in the neighborhoods just explode and just boom. Man, it was bad. It was bad. So I recorded like, I think the video is like 10 minutes long. It's like, yeah, it's like 10 minutes long. And at the beginning of the video that I recorded for you guys, the electricity was working. And then like, I don't know, like a minute or two into the video, you'll see where the power in the whole neighborhood just went out. And I was like, oh my God, it was so dark and it was so scary. And I was thinking, the power be back on in the morning. Usually when there's some storms, the power be off for a couple of hours. It'll be back on in the morning. Shit. We woke up Saturday morning and it wasn't no power in the entire city. I think the first people didn't start getting their power back on until maybe, I want to say last night. Maybe last night. So at least everybody went without power for like a whole entire day, at least 24 hours. And then are those of us like me, those people like me who went longer than that. Like basically our power just came on. Like literally I scheduled this live like 5-10 minutes after our power came back on. I was like, oh shoot, let me go live. Let me let everybody know we okay and all this, the power back on. But I don't know how long the power gonna be back on, y'all. So if this shit shut off right now, it ain't because I didn't pay my bills, because I pay my bills all the time. But when our power came back on, I was sitting on the front porch. I had my insect candles, my repellent. I have my insect candles all around me. I got my flashlight. I'm sitting on the porch because it's too dark in the house. So I've been sitting on the porch like damn near all day. And the people across the street from me, all in my neighborhood, everybody just been outside. Kids been outside. Everybody just been outside. And so like maybe 30 minutes ago, the power came on. And I was like, oh shit, we was up there. I mean, the whole neighborhood was just screaming and yelling like, woo! Just everybody was so excited. You finally got your power back on last night at 7? See, I should have came over your crib. Shoot, our power didn't come on till like 30 minutes ago. And well, you know what, you guys? You know what's so funny? Okay, first let me finish my last statement. But Karma Diva, you can jump on the link if you want to, Booski. Anybody can jump on the link if you want to. If you want to jump on the screen and chit chat with me, I just dropped the link in the chat. So if you want to click on the link in the chat to jump on the screen with me, let me know. Because I did also title this video "What I Miss and Who I Should Watch," because I know it's been a whole bunch of drama going on this weekend in the B sector. So let me know who I should watch and what I missed. So if you want to come up on the stream, let me know. Or you can just comment in the chat. Somebody said, did you watch NBC Good Girls season 4? And it was Elsa Let It Go. You know what? I did start watching the beginning of season 4, but I haven't been watching all my shows and doing all my reviews because a couple of months ago I did make a post, well, several posts and videos saying once my grandbaby get here, I'm going to fall back on a lot of my TV reviews. So I have done that. I've kind of fell back on all my TV reviews because I be watching my grandson. I be with him a lot. I be with my grandson almost every darn day, every other day. So, and that's after I get off of work. So I'll try to get back into that show, but that is one of my favorite shows to review. So to all those who missed me doing my reviews, I apologize. But what was I saying? Oh, okay. So when our power came on about 30 minutes ago, then I heard a boom. Like after we screamed and we was yelling, and I'm like, who? We all outside just cutting up because the power been off for 2 days. So then I hear a boom. And I run outside because my son, matter of fact, okay, let me give y'all the kind of put it in like a picture type of frame. Oh, I watched Manifest already. Yeah, I killed that movie, and I'm mad that it was only 2 seasons. Carmel Diva, jump on the screen, click the link, and jump on the screen. Yeah, I was mad that it was only 2 seasons too. But let me put this in picture for you guys. I was sitting on my porch with all my little insect candles around me and my little flashlight. I got my little drink. Had my little drink. My son was out in his car. And he has one of those cars like me where you just can't plug your phone up and it charges. The car has to be on. So, you have to flip the switch to turn it on. So he's out there charging both of our phones because they about dead. And something just came over me. Y'all know I'm from the church, right? I'm from the church house. So something just came over me. Let me put my mic a little closer. And I started singing real loud. And I know everybody in the neighborhood heard me. I was up there singing, there is power, wonder working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. So I was singing that, right? And I just kept singing that over and over. There is power. Just over and over again, right? And I was there drinking my little drink, tipsy and shit. And after maybe the third time I've sung that, the street light came on and all the electricity came on the block. All lights just started popping up everywhere. And I was like, well, look at God. Look at God. But then when I came in the house, and started turning on my computer and all that kind of other stuff, I heard a boom. And I went back outside. This was like 30 minutes ago. And I went back outside. And the people on the other side of the street, they was going off. They was cussing because their whole entire block just went black. And I was like, what the hell? And my son came in the house. He said, I don't know, but I heard this boom. And it was crazy because I got 2 refrigerators. Most of y'all know I'm a personal custom cake decorator, so I got 2 refrigerators. And one of my refrigerators, when that boom hit, my refrigerator just was like shaking and rattling and making all this noise. And I'm like, what the hell is my refrigerator about to blow the fuck? I was like, oh shit. It was really, really weird. And so I was like, oh my God, now I feel bad because the people across the street from me, their power came on with mine like 30 minutes ago. And then it just immediately it was a boom and it went off. Their power across the street. So that's why when I posted on Facebook to everybody, because I've been keeping everybody updated on Facebook and YouTube, I said the power is back on for now. That's what I said because I'm like, if the people across the street from me power went off right after it came back on, I was like in here scared. I was like, oh shoot, is our power gonna just come back on and go back off? But yeah, so anywho, the power is back on for now. So if this live end, you said the Lord works in mysterious way. Yeah, that NAP, man, I'm telling you, I was just out there singing. I was just singing. Not to like try to perform some type of miracle. I wasn't like out there chanting and like, trying to, you know what I mean? I was just out there singing. I was just like, there is power, wonder working power. Hey, you said, have you seen Netflix Shadow or Bone or Lucifer? Carmadiva?
No, I have not seen any of those shows.
I
And
have.
hey, everybody.
What's up, home girl? What's up, Booski?
Girl, just trying
I
to
haven't seen
survive.
Shadow. I don't think I've seen Bone. I think I've seen Lucifer. I think I've seen Lucifer. Yeah, I think I've seen Lucifer.
Is that the one with
child.
no, but you said you heard a boom. That means they still fixing on that transformer
Oh, this
because like
Laverne. She asked me, hold up. Laverne is trying to hold up. Yes. Laverne is trying to hold on. I think she's trying to get on. But yeah, Lucifer is the one with that one white guy, right? He's like a devil or something. Ain't he?
yeah, we
Ain't he
wait
like a
on that
devil or
one.
something? I don't know. I ain't watched Lucifer. If it's the Lucifer I'm thinking of, I thought that show being off. But
But
anyhow,
see, they Netflix been bringing a lot of them shows back. A
mhm,
lot of shows.
that's true. That's very true. You right about that. Yep, you right about
But I
that.
want them. But as far as the power, like I was gonna say, my dad and them, they finally got power this morning, and they're the people right across the street from them don't have none still.
That's crazy. And I heard about that. Candace, my homegirl who be on the live with us
Yeah.
sometime. I have ran into
Hmm.
her this morning because since we ain't been able to use no power, my meat been thawing out in the fridge, in the freezer. So I went to Walmart and I grabbed some charcoal and some other things. And I ran into her. I said, "Girl, I'm about to grill before this food go to waste in the freezer." And she said she got peoples who they got power, but then two doors down, they neighbors don't have power. It's like skipping houses and stuff. So I'm like, well,
Hmm.
shoot, ain't nobody in our neighborhood got power.
But then
Shoot.
some people their lines they got it was bad here. It was very
Yeah.
very bad.
Very bad.
And the kids and I rode through here, and the tree damage is just ridiculous.
It's
And
ridiculous. I've been
so
hearing saws all day long. I've been hearing people
a
sawing
lot
all
of
day long.
people,
Hmm.
yeah, a lot of people, like I said, they have those big, especially in this part of Omaha where it's the older part. We got a lot
Hmm.
of them old trees,
Them old
dead
trees, yeah.
trees,
Hmm.
and some of them got struck by lightning, and they they fell and snatched um they
Them power
snatched
lines
power
down.
lines
Yeah.
from the houses too. So unfortunately,
Hmm.
a lot of people who the power lines have been snatched from their houses, they gotta wait even longer
Yep. Yep.
because
That's just
they
like
can restore to a whole neighborhood, but if it's snatched from your house, that means I mean, I can tell you from personal experience when we had that storm in what was that, 98, 97?
97. And I was just talking to my
Yeah,
youngest son because he wasn't born then. And my oldest son, AD, he was born in April of that year. 97. That's why I
yeah.
will never, ever, ever, ever forget. It was 97.
But
It was
yeah,
October.
yeah,
Yep.
the Halloween storm.
He was like
But
4 months old or something like that when they born. It was the Halloween storm where we had to cancel Halloween. Yep.
yeah, they the tree. I mean, the power got snatched from our house, and it was
Hmm.
like all the other houses on the block had power. I mean, but we were without power for I know at least a week and a half.
Uh-huh.
And that was because we had to hire a private electrician to
Hmm.
come and reconnect the lines. The
Oh, okay.
OPPD wouldn't do it. I don't know if they changed their practices, but back then we had to hire an electrician to come and do it for us. And you think about it, all the people who might have been like us who had trees that knocked the power, the line from the house. Think about all them people that had to call you waiting. People, it was it was crazy. We were
It
staying
was
in
bad.
hotels, and but this time, and they said this was one of the worst storms we've had in a very long time, and I believe
Yeah,
it
they said this
because
is the worst storm since 2017. Not in forever, but since
yeah,
2017.
yeah,
Because the storm of 2017, it knocked out about 80,000 customers. But this
yeah,
storm
and
knocked out
this was like
almost
188.
200,000. Right.
Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm.
that's like half the city, more than half
It
the
is
city,
how, girl, I mean, the whole city was black. I was like,
because we got what 500,000 people here, something like that,
right. And so
and
200,000 of the 500,000, that's almost half of our damn city without power.
right.
Hmm.
So it's crazy. And like I said, the kids and I, we went because I thought my pork chops was in the refrigerator thawing, but
Uh-huh.
they weren't. So I didn't get to have no fried pork chops today. But anyway,
Girl, you should have put them on the grill. I was out there grilling. I was like, what can I put
uh-uh.
in this pot on the
I
grill? I
had
can
my
put me some corn.
well,
Girl.
Mama's still in rehab, and I was bragging to her. I was like, yeah, I'm about to fry some pork chops and we're gonna have some greens and some
Mhm.
cheesy garlic mashed potatoes. And she was
Mhm.
like, ugh, I can't stand you and this and that. And, and then she told me, bring me a plate. No, them people feed you. That's what they getting paid to
Where
do.
is she at right now? Is she like in a center right now or?
Yeah, she's in a rehab facility.
Oh,
And
okay.
hopefully she'll be home in about a week and a half or so.
Okay. Okay.
So I
Okay.
mean, and I've only been able to see her through FaceTime, because they got her in quarantine. She don't
She's
even
like
get to leave her
isolated and
room.
everything. Okay.
Yeah, she's completely isolated,
Oh wow.
except for the other day when they took her to get her first COVID shot. They took her, and that was the only time she's been out of her room since she's been at that facility.
Hey
But
Clyde. Oh hold up, Clyde. I done seen you around the YouTube streets, and every time I see that name, I be dying. Clyde Dope Fiend Motor Oil Face Ho. Get off YouTube. And if y'all don't follow the B sector,
damn,
y'all have no idea why that person is named that name. But I agree
I
with you.
don't.
Clyde needs to get off of YouTube. I agree.
Oh, okay.
Woo,
Well, how
I
you
swear to
doing,
God.
Clyde?
Every time I see
Or
that name,
you doing, dope fiend? Get off motor oil,
woo,
or what?
child.
How you doing? How you doing?
Girl, some of the names that people be choosing for their YouTube. Oh damn! That name gets me
See,
every
now
time.
that
Every time.
reminds me of the Facebook names. Me and mine, we doing all good by ourselves. We don't need you, and it'd be like,
And
we really
nobody
don't.
else. Yeah.
Be like, for real?
Clyde
Oh, you
says she
change it
changes
every
every
day.
day. So when she do get off of YouTube, or when she do at least leave our sector, you can say, "Thank you, Clyde, for getting the hell up out of our sector. Don't come back. Something that no more, no more, no more."
Clyde is a woman. I ain't never heard of no woman.
Yes,
First of
girl.
all,
Remember?
I ain't heard the
See,
name Clyde since 1973. And
see,
second of
Karma Diva. Karma Diva Klein. Karma Diva don't follow the B sector. But every now and
uh-uh.
then I'll tell her what's going on with like people like 5A, Tracy. I'll tell her about different things that's going on. But she don't follow the B sector, so she wouldn't understand why your name is your name. But
Yeah.
hold on, we got Miss Laverne in the bed. Let me bring our girl on. Hold up.
What up? What's up?
Hey girl, look at you
Hello.
looking all
Hey, thank you.
cute things.
How
How
you
you doing,
doing?
boo?
I'm doing fine. How are you ladies doing?
What's up? What's
Good.
going
Nice to
on?
finally talk to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know what, Laverne? I know we've been talking back and forth today, but we've been without power. And there is power in the blood because we
Okay.
finally got our shit back on within the last hour. And I am so excited. We got our power back. But I did tell Laverne to jump on the show tonight because a lot of y'all has been following her story. We have like a 9 video series of Laverne's story, and it's basically like a gaslighting story. Um, she is an author of about 4 books, and we've been interviewing about her latest book called "My Friend, Her Husband, My Man." The book is lit. Our interviews have been lit, and Laverne has her own YouTube channel, which is Sip with
Oh, she
Laverne.
did get one.
Yes,
Yay.
yes, yes, yes. So she is
All
about to
right.
start doing videos on her channel. So I want everybody, matter of fact, let me go to your channel real quick, Laverne, and you can go ahead and talk about your channel and let us know a little bit about what you're going to be doing on your channel and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I have had my channel for a while now. I just did not really utilize it a lot. But I think now it's time for me to do that because I am, of course, blocked off of Facebook right now. So I'm in Facebook jail for like 30 days. So I had to start me another page. I just did that. Like, this is like my 6th Facebook page that I have, gotten blocked and deleted from. So I
Mm-hmm.
people that follow me just to get me blocked, just to get me deleted. So I needed to, utilize this YouTube platform in order to, stop a lot of that, me getting blocked and me being not being able to express myself and things of that nature. And
Yeah.
I don't understand why people follow you if they do not like you. That to me is crazy to me. If you don't like me, bitch, why are you watching my every move? That's stupid to me. I'm not gonna watch nobody and follow nobody that I don't like. That's crazy.
Well,
That is
That's the
so
job
I
of
say
the
that
trolls. That's
all
the job
the
of the
time.
trolls. Trolls do
But
that
see,
all
I
the
tell
time.
people
People
that
are
all the time.
trolling
That's
you.
just like I say about them damn reality shows. I'm like, if you bitches don't like each other, why are y'all constantly around each other? Because I'm
Mm,
not going to be up underneath somebody I don't like.
yeah,
yeah.
Fuck you.
that's
Keep
crazy.
it moving.
That's crazy. So that's what I'm being faced with now. But I would like to thank everybody. If you guys don't know, the night that I did my interview about the book, my brother passed away that same night. So I,
Oh,
doing the interview with you, like an hour after that, my brother had
Yeah, she called me and told me. I was like, what?
yeah, it was so
I'm so
crazy.
sorry to hear that.
Very much so. I appreciate everybody that sent me condolences, that, all of my family, friends, a lot of people that I didn't even know, was contacting me. He was only 24 years old. And so, this is my mother's second child that she lost. So it was really kind of hard for
Oh
her
my God.
back and forth to Omaha and all of this. But I'm not 100% myself. I don't think I ever will be. This is my second brother, and I'm still not over his death, and that was so many years ago. You know what I mean? So this
I
is
can certainly understand.
yeah. So I had to really take a step back and try to get back to some type of normalcy. And even with that, I'm tomorrow I'm gonna start sending books out because, as you know, it was some people that did not receive their books, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And I know you got your book. It was a lot of people
I
that
got mine.
yeah, you got yours. So but it was some people that did not. So I am doing that. I'm getting back to my jewelry thing. I have a jewelry business as well. So I'm back to doing that. And then my book is going to be on audio, like I said, with my voice and all of that. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really happy. Like I got some
That's what's up.
yeah, I got a lot of good things going on. And then, in the works of, talking about doing some documentary type of stuff as well. So, this has been very good for me. But again, this is not my first book. I've written 3 other books. So this is
Yep, she got 4 books out there. Y'all better check her out on Amazon.
yes, I got 4 different books out. So, this book right here, I think just got a little bit more controversy because of, the accusations, the storyline behind everything. And then
In
Yeah.
the other interviews.
yeah, and book 2,
And that's exactly why I've been trying to push you to start using your YouTube platform more because I ain't never seen nobody get blocked on YouTube as much as I have in my entire life on YouTube. And the reason why, we all know the reason why, is because I feel, to me personally, and with your story, I have been trying to be so biased with all parties, with you, the wife,
You mean
and the husband.
unbiased?
I have been trying to be so unbiased. I'm sorry, thank you, Karma Diva. I've been trying to be so unbiased with the whole story. But then when it comes to people coming to me asking me to delete certain videos after they trying to press restraining orders on you, then they coming to me, could you delete that video? Delete. Hold up, how you gonna tell me as a content creator who does interviews and everything? If you don't like the way the interview turned out, you gonna come to me and ask me to delete my interviews after you then went to the court and try to press charges and put restraining orders and on this other party of the whole story. I'm like, now that would make me seem biased as hell, right?
right,
Am
absolutely.
I wrong? Okay, so I'm like, hell no, I'm not
But
deleting
didn't I
shit.
tell you? I told you though, and me and you talked, and I said, how can they sit there and try to try to censor her after they've come on and said what they wanted to say? And then, okay, well, we can't have her coming and talking back and telling her side of it. We can't have
Yeah,
her
they don't want
saying,
her to tell her
you
side.
know,
That's why they keep blocking her off. Every time she makes a post,
and
they try to call it bullying and all kind of stuff on Facebook. That's why I told you, Laverne, girl, get on YouTube.
Yeah,
Get on YouTube.
and
Mhm.
that just, to me, that made no sense.
it's ridiculous. My thing again in my second book, because if you see that I stopped I stopped the book at a good part in the book where it was stopped at, Valentine's Day, the last time that I was with that
And I
individual.
can't wait to the second book because we, the hood table, gonna be in part
Yeah,
two.
the hood everything, the restraint, everything is all in this second book. And actually, I mean, it's just I'm still writing, getting more content because I'm still going to court, okay? And was told in court that I can't record. Oh, it's crazy, y'all. When y'all
It's
find
a lot.
all this stuff, y'all gonna be like, but this is my thing. That's just like I say, this is the people, this is how I look at it. Individuals that threw the rock and now they trying to hide it, and now they don't want,
Mhm.
then now now you playing victim. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When people started, you can't start something and then try to say, oh no, 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 stop now, stop. No,
Like you've been having a affair for a year and a half, cheating on your wife for a year and a half, and now you trying to play victim.
man. Like, and with me, I got recordings and all type of stuff. So when I do go in there, I gotta present everything. You know what I mean? That I have, and I really wish it would go away. You know why? Because I got bigger and better things to be doing. I don't have
Uh
time.
huh.
Right.
Look, coming into court, like I didn't had a lot of people have restraining orders on me, right? I hate to say it, but this is the truth. I done had about 20 people put restraining orders on me throughout my life. That's because I was always fighting and stuff when I lived in Omaha.
Hmm.
It
But
wasn't
that was when you was out in the
right. It
streets.
wasn't
You know,
take this.
we all done been there. Yeah,
People
yeah.
trying to make me seem like, oh, she crazy. She motherfucker, I'm far from crazy. I was fighting a lot back in the days, and so females would go and get restraining orders on me and things like that. I would come to your house, bust your window, I blow your car up. I did a lot of shit back then. I'm being honest because I'm a real honest person. And so I used to do those things. So people would go get restraining orders on me and stuff, and the restraining orders only last a year. But my thing is, I didn't want certain individuals, even though I'm not going to see these people, I'm not a threat to people or anything like that. I have not done anything to cause harm, anything to anybody. I have not harassed anybody, none of that. But the reason why I'm going to fight this is because I don't know who's plotting up. When you are upset and you are, you know, you will do anything. A person could be calling saying I'm harassing them. I've been calling they anything to try to get me vindictive shit. You know what I mean? And I cannot
Yeah.
have. And for you to try
Right.
to stop me from saying stuff and talking and doing all that, man, listen, I'm not going to allow nobody to do that to me when I did not do that to them. You know what I mean? I did not care what people went on and said about me. I took it and was like, okay, you know what I mean? Now I got to come tell my shit now. But now you
Right.
want me to tell my shit because you know why? I got the receipts to back every motherfucking thing up I done said. I don't do that. And let me say this. I recall somebody saying again, why was she recording? Why would she do that? Why did she? Had I not did what I did, I'll be looking like a damn fool right now, and everybody would be saying, "Oh, she crazy, she lying, she did this, she did that." You feel me? Do you
Hmm.
understand now why I had to do what I had to do in order to protect myself and my name? You can call me crazy. You can say whatever you want, but one thing you cannot say is I'm a liar because I can
Right.
all the fucking receipt, regardless of how you feel about me or what you think. I done told shit on my own self that I didn't even want people to know. Who the fuck gonna tell somebody that they was drinking some motherfucking piss? Not nobody I know, but I couldn't
Nobody. No.
shit. I had to
Girl.
and say my part as well. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yep. And I get it, and I totally get it. And I just put your link, Laverne. I just put her link in the chat because some people are in the chat saying, where can I get her book? So I just put the link in the chat to Amazon. If you click on that link, it'll take you right to Amazon. Her name is Laverne, Lavern, Crump, Crump. The book is titled My Friend, Her Husband, My Man. And again, I just put the link in the chat. And also, I did also put the link of her YouTube channel up here where it says YouTube channel. I put her YouTube channel because Laverne is about to be on her YouTube channel and doing her thing, and we need to be supporting her. She's gonna have some good content. A lot of people, you might not be from Omaha, Nebraska, but she is very well known in our community. She's a controversial author. She's a when it comes to
I'm
being
okay.
well known, it's like sometimes you want to be known and you don't want to be known by certain people. But you have to take it as it comes. When you get out there and you become popular, you got to take your fans, your haters, your trolls. You
And
know,
and that's
Right.
another thing. You know, everybody's not gonna like you. I don't give a fuck who you are. Everybody don't like the Pope. Everybody don't like Beyonce. Everybody don't like, everybody is not gonna like you. And I understand that, and and everybody ain't gotta like me. I like me. I love me. So I wouldn't give a fuck who don't. But at the same time, and at the end of the day, you cannot just say, "Oh, I don't like this person," because of what did that person do to you personally? You know what I mean? Y'all be not liking people for shit that people done to other people, or beef that they got with somebody else. No, tell me why. You know what I mean? I ain't never stole from you. I ain't never did. You know what I mean? I ain't never did nothing to certain people for them not to like me. And like I said, I don't give a fuck whether you like me or not.
thank you.
Y'all ain't paying my bills. Y'all ain't doing shit for me. And I would like people to like me, but if you don't,
But that's how it is on these YouTube streets, and y'all in the chat who follow the B sector like I do. Y'all know that's how it goes. People will try to get you to not like somebody else just because they got an issue with them, and sometimes you just have to see it for yourself. You have to check somebody out, view them yourself, and be like, okay, do I want to fuck this person or not? And you can't always just go off of somebody else's word. You know what I'm saying? I really hate when people do that. But somebody in the chat said, Clyde Dope Fiend, she said, restraining order only last year, unbothered tone. Laverne ain't new to this. She is true to this. And Miranda, she said, I like her. She said, right after that year, she done got a few for delayed butt whoopings. Laverne is out there giving butt whoopings.
oh my God. See that, and that's another thing, y'all. When they say in Omaha, oh, she only talking shit because she don't live there no more. Bitch, I was talking shit when I lived there. I mean, I ain't never was scared to go nowhere. I ain't never not went nowhere. Ain't no motherfucker put no fear in my heart. So when they say that, I'll be like, I had a whole radio show in Nebraska for 4 years, y'all. The #1 show. I was at the radio station every motherfucking week. Ain't damn motherfucker came and did a motherfucking thing to Laverne. You know what I mean? So I hate when they do that, and then that make me want to come proving points. Man, listen, I ain't about to be out there fighting. I'm not doing none of that no more. I'm on a whole nother different level. You don't like me, you don't like me. As long as you don't put your motherfucking hands on me, that's the whole. And see, I
Yep.
got shot at one time. You know what I mean? When I came up there, it was
I
super.
remember that. Wasn't
Yeah,
that like last year or
it
the
was
year
last
before?
year, and I think
What?
I know who did it.
Yeah,
You know
she
what I
had
mean?
got shot at when she came, because when she comes into town, she don't let nobody know when she coming into town.
Not no more. Now I used to be like, yeah, bitch, I'm here. Who go do something? I used to do all that real tough, like trying to show motherfuckers, bitch, Laverne ain't scared of nobody. But when it got to the point where my grandkids was in the car with me and my daughter, and that car got shot up, I said, it ain't just about me, okay? It's about the people
Right.
at my family.
Right.
I can't put them in jeopardy. So now when I come into town, I'm very cautious just because of that reason. I'm not
Right.
scared of fucking body, but I'm scared of bullets. Okay, I don't give a fuck about
Girl.
this, but you come.
Mm.
Hey, I done been shot in the head already. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
therefore I have to be caught. And it wasn't like nobody shooting at me when I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Actually, is what it
Yeah.
is. But I'm here to tell about it. Okay, I'm alive,
Yeah.
so I'm not taking that for granted.
Mhm.
Okay, any other motherfucker. Look, God spared me because the bullet, it was a 45 millimeter, and it went through the windshield, the rear view mirror, and then it hit me in my head. I got the bullet wound right here. So when I tell y'all that's in my first book, okay? When I'm talking about that. So can't nobody tell Laverne's story like Laverne. I have a whole story, y'all, and I've written 4 books about my life, and I don't
And
hide.
that's why I'm telling y'all to subscribe to Laverne's channel, Sit with Laverne. I
So
dropped
what's
the
the
link in the
name of
chat.
some of your
Hey,
other
Carrie
books?
Ray and V Miss O. V Miss O said, welcome back, system. Lights back on. Yes, some lights back on up here after 2 days, child. And Clyde Dolphy said, Laverne, you would be perfect in the B sector. She would drive some of them nuts. I really think so,
You
too.
keep telling me about this
I,
bitch. Listen, she been telling me about the beef day, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because see,
She been
I
telling me about it, and I'm like, Who is these people?
I'm gonna just
Is it
sip
is
my
it a whole?
drink. I'm gonna just sip my
Do
drink.
you have? I mean, how do you find this beef sector? That's like Black
Trust
Twitter.
me.
I'm like, okay, do you type in Black Twitter? What? I mean,
What's
what?
no, 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 no. What I did, if you really want to know like who the players are in the B sector, I will send you all their links and you can
Yeah, do
subscribe to
that.
all their channels.
I
And
just
even if you don't want to be in no beef, like a lot of like me, I follow the B sector not because I want to beef with nobody, but it's very freaking entertaining. I'm telling you, the B sector is better than cable, Netflix, Hulu, Stars, the B sector. I'm telling you, you would be watching that shit all day. Like what cable? Who Cox? Who? Like and there's so many people and the storylines. I'm telling you, it's like I can't explain it. You just have to be. You
well,
just have to watch all the.
let me tell y'all, I gotta get up off of here. I just wanted to come on here and tell everybody, check me out on my YouTube channel.
Let me drop it again. Let me drop your
I'm
channel again.
gonna be going live. I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna tell y'all, she has
Are
been
you going live tonight? Or are
no,
you going live?
I just did a video that I'm about to upload to my
Okay.
channel. So I'm not gonna go live tonight. I was just like, okay, I gotta say something. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
talking about tonight when I upload my video, I'm talking about these fake Facebook relationship and marriages where we want people to believe and we want to show people a certain image of us that we're happy in these relationships when we know we're not. When we know, and I was in a relationship like that, I was married, I was miserable with my husband, but I got on Facebook and made everybody think that because I didn't want people to know that my marriage was failing. And that's what happens with a lot of people. They want to portray,
Mm-hmm.
and when
Yep.
inside they are really miserable and they really are not happy. Okay, so I was talking about that and quit saying how these women are not your man's type. And you don't know what your man, you might not even be your motherfucking man type while you're talking. You don't know what your
Mm-hmm.
type is. You
Hey, hello.
saying that, bitch, just because you feel like you educated or you got a
Your
little knowledge,
story.
a nigga
Your
will fuck with
story
you. Listen,
alone.
but listen to this though. A nigga,
Hmm.
funny part. A nigga, you could have a degree, you could be a doctor, and a nigga go fuck with a bitch that got two teeth in her motherfucking mouth. You don't, you
Okay.
know what I mean? Like, bitch, you are not. You listen. Your man can be pilled, okay? A lot of bitches men can be pilled. So quit always doing that. Oh, he won't. He'll never mess with her. Whole time the nigga is never in every motherfucking where, okay? And I'm just saying, it's the truth. So quit doing that motherfucking bullshit. That's what I was talking about on this video that I'm about to upload on my YouTube.
Please upload it.
Oh
And
yeah,
when you
I'm
go live, you need to hit me up so I can jump on your live
yes,
with you.
let's
And
do it.
we because you need to start doing panels. I'm telling you, I think like I think that you are very versatile for one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the things that we definitely could probably use from you is talking about these relationships
Mm-hmm.
because your story alone, this whole 8, 9 video series that we did with interviews that I did with you and the wife and the husband,
Uh-huh.
it basically proves like what you just said.
Yes.
While a woman is talking about, oh, that chick over there ain't his type, and you said, oh, you might not be in his type. Like the things that you and
No.
him did together, he didn't do those things with his wife, and why? Because that's not his type. But that you know how it goes with these men out here. They'll marry the good girl. They'll marry
Yeah,
the one who
but
could
they
just
want the
go
bad
to
part.
church and the little goody
Yeah,
two shoe. But then on the side, they want the freak. They
it's
want the.
that goes back to me saying again, it's about an image. Okay, the image,
Mhm.
what the person. Okay, this is a family. This is a wholesome woman. She's a family woman. She's this and this. Whole time I'm over here turning the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm over here dropping it like it's motherfucking hot. But that's what the fuck you really want behind closed doors. Let's be real. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, quit playing with me, motherfuckers. They want some real shit. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna give it to them. But I gotta go. It's all good. Thank you
Okay, love.
for having me on here. Thank you guys, and y'all have a blessed night. And I'm happy your
You
power
too,
is back,
sweetheart.
and it's all good.
Well, before you go, somebody said thank you for coming through with the truth.
Oh, thank you guys for having me because I'm telling y'all, I was struggling with I was struggling with did I want to come out, and why people were saying, oh, she was trying to ruin her life. She wanted to. I did not even want to do that, y'all. I promise y'all I didn't. I did not. This was not something that I wanted to come out, but I was forced to when people, started dragging my name through the dirt. When you go drag my name through the dirt, drag it about some real shit that I really did. Okay? Don't make
Well,
up
people don't understand when they dragging your name, they in the mud too.
right.
Yep.
And don't lie on me. Don't lie on me. Tell the truth. And we good.
Yep.
If I did it, I did it. And I admit to y'all, I did that. But if I did not do that, I'm not gonna allow you to do that to me. So that's where that I was made the bad person. And was I the bad person? Yes, I was. But guess who else was the bad person?
He was too.
Exactly. But you still was that person. So hey, how can you be mad at me? That's just the truth. So
That's the truth.
y'all. I holla.
All right,
All
love. We'll
right,
talk to
good
you later,
night.
and I'm gonna make sure I drop your link in the chat. Let me see here. I want to make sure
Oh,
I
and
drop her
Miranda,
link.
there was no lights because we had a very bad storm here
Boy,
late Friday night,
I tried to tell the folks. I was posting
and I
updates and
didn't.
everything, Karma Diva, and I was telling people, you know what? It's really bad here. It was
It
really
was
bad here.
bad, and I mean,
Hmm.
there's still a lot of tree damage everywhere. I mean, all over. It ain't just one part of the city; it's all over the city.
The people across
And
the street from me don't have power. Their power came on with mine about an hour ago, and then we heard another kaboom, and their power went out. So across the street from me is completely dark, and that's right across the street from me. So it's a lot going on up here. Matter of fact, let me find her link. Okay, Karma Diva just popped off. I don't know where she went. But yeah, you guys, Laverne, yeah, y'all need to subscribe to her channel. Hey, a lot of stuff be going down. Like I said, a lot of people don't know a lot about Omaha, Nebraska, where we from. And they think ain't nothing here but some cornfields and some wheat fields and some cow tipping and some and yeah, it's like that outside the outskirts of the city. We are the biggest city in Nebraska, and outside of us, it's a lot of land, a lot of fields, other cities and things like that. But a lot of stuff go on in Omaha and Laverne. She done got the city lit for years over controversial issues and things like that. And um, her latest book, My Friend, Her Husband, Her Man, uh, the book is good. And for those of y'all who missed the series, if you look up my playlist, go to my playlist and look up the playlist that says my friend, her husband, my man. Look up the playlist, and you have to start from the very beginning. My first interview was with the wife. And then there was a few interviews with Laverne. Then there was an interview with the husband. That interview with the husband was like, I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. And then after that, it was a few more shows with Laverne. And then we had our big final interview with Laverne after her book came out. And so, yeah, guys have to check out that playlist. My friend, her husband, her man. Thank you, Clyde Dolphin. Said the interviews are fire. You watched? Oh, you watched all of them. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Carrie Ray, all the best on your surgery. Who's having surgery? Hold up, who's having surgery? Miranda, you said, oh wow, I bypassed Florida. Candy, y'all glad you guys was man. Okay, did y'all check out the video I uploaded? I finally, once the power came back on, I finally was able to upload the video. It was like 10 minutes long. I was standing on my porch, child. At the end, y'all hear me getting kind of scared because I'm standing up against my door and I'm trying to hold on to the wall of the house and the door. And the wind was so strong. I didn't even realize how fast the wind was moving, but it was up to 95 miles per hour. And I was like, well, that figures because my body was just like, moving like this, trying to hold up against the house. And that's when I thought a tornado was about to come through. But I was like, oh no, it ain't no tornado. Didn't no tornado come through, but I ran my ass in the house. Shoot. But then it was like, okay, now no power. No power Saturday, no power Saturday night, no power Sunday morning, The power didn't come on to like a couple of hours ago. And I'm like, thank you, Lord. I just hope it stays on because, like I said, the people across the street from us, our whole entire block, the power came on at the same time. But then, after like not even 5 minutes later, the people across the street, after we heard this loud kaboom, they power went off. So, and I ain't been out there since I jumped on here. So their power could be back on now. But yeah, I dropped the link on my community wall. I dropped the link on my community wall of the news story from KETV Channel 7. That's like our local news channel, KETV Channel 7. And they were talking about the storm and the power outage and the fallen trees and the broken wires. And it was bad. It was up to 95 miles per hour winds. It was bad. It was really bad. And if you watch my video that I uploaded, what's the name of the video? I uploaded it a little while ago. It's called View from My Front Porch of Storm on Friday night around midnight. We just now got our power back on. That's what it's called. And to the people who were with me Friday Night Live, we had a good Friday Night Live like we always have every Friday. It came on at 9 p.m. and we was on here from like 9 to like 11:30, 12, and then like almost immediately after I ended the live, like probably 15, 20 minutes later, I heard this loud noise and I didn't know what it was. And I asked my son, I said, what is that noise? And he was like, I don't know. And I said, it sounded like a train. So then I went outside and I swear to God, the door almost flew off the hinges. I was like, what the hell is going on? And there was a storm going on. Like, literally. Like, thank God we ended our live Friday night when we did. Because, like, an hour later, we didn't have no power till just, like, an hour or so ago. So, I'm thanking God that we got our power back. We lost all our food. But it's okay. It's okay. I think the city is going to give out like I don't know, like the EBT food stamp kind of thing. Even the people who don't normally get food stamps, I think they're going to give out like some food vouchers or something like that. But to replace the food that we lost, because I literally threw out my food from the house, and then like this morning I was at Walmart. I bought like some stuff to barbecue. I bought some hot dogs, some hamburger, and some brats. And my chicken that I had in the freezer, I took that out. And it was already thawed out. So I just set that out on the counter till it was all the way thawed out. And then I barbecued all that. I bought like 2 big bags of ice from the store. I bought us some pop, some juice, some water, and I just like stuck everything in the freezer. And after I barbecued, I put everything in a bowl. I put it like double wrapped in aluminum, and I put it in the freezer. And I like, please stay good till tomorrow, so I don't have to grill again tomorrow, and we don't have to eat out, and we can eat the leftovers tomorrow. So that's what the plan was. And then the power came on tonight, so I'm like, hey, I can take the food out the freezer and I put it in the bottom of the fridge, and whew, I was like, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. But Clyde said the grandbaby is okay. You know what? My son is excuse me. My son and his girlfriend is so crazy. Okay, yesterday the power's still out. And normally I get my grandbaby on Saturdays. I pick him up at like 10 in the morning and I keep him till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I keep him all day. If I could keep him forever, I would. But I keep him all day on Saturdays. So our power was out. My son's power was out. And we just sitting around the house bored as hell. Next thing I know, my son pulled up. He come in with his girlfriend and they baby and everything. And I'm like, what y'all doing here? I'm like, we ain't got no power. They said, no, we just coming to chill with you. They was like, we ain't got no power. We all have no power together. So I got a chance to spend time with my baby. And then when it got like real late at night, they was like, okay, Mom, we gonna go home now. And so then this morning, he called me. He said, our power is on. I said, well, our power ain't on. But they was 2 blocks away from us. So I'm thinking, they 2 blocks away from us. Why ain't our power on? And so the whole day went by. It was all dark in the house because it's been like kind of dark and gloomy today. So it's like just been dark in the house. So I just been kind of like sleeping and laying around. Then finally I was like, let me get off my ass. I made me a drink. I was like, let me get my candles. I got my repellent candles for like mosquitoes and all that. I set my candles all around my porch. I got me a table and chairs. I went out there and sat down with my drink. And I was just sitting out there. Then my son took our cell phones. He put them in his car to charge up our cell phones. And then I told you at the beginning of the show, for some reason, I grew up in church and something just came over me and I was just like, I just started singing. There is power, power, wonder working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. And I was just singing that over and over and over, like maybe 5 or 6 times. And all of a sudden, the power, I swear to God, my son, he's in the next room over. I swear to God, he can testify, child. The light on the light pole came on, and then every house on the block, the lights just like came on. Everybody who had a porch light on or the inside light, the switch was already up or whatever, the power just came on. I said, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Cameron, did you see what happened?" I was talking to my son. He was like, "Mom, yeah, I see. We got power, Mom." And then, like, I swear, 5-10 minutes later, we heard this big old kaboom, and the people across the street from me, they power went out. Now it might be back on now because I haven't been outside, but they power might be back on now. I hope they power is back on because I'm like, I felt bad. Like our power was on and then theirs went off. Like it was a bad feeling. It was a bad feeling. You said you better pray. I was Shakira. Child, you said that's the main reason why I didn't buy an electric stove for times like these, storms and power outages, because I have to. You know what? I love me a good old electric. I don't know. I just love me a good old electric stove, though. Thank you, Miss O. You said I'm happy that you were able to preserve the food. Thank you. I appreciate it. And this Miss O, thank you. You said the food replacement, and you made it through. Yes. There. That's what I heard. The way that they're tracking it, from what I heard, is that the more in OPPD, that's our Omaha Power District. That's our electric company, OPPD, and Omaha Public Power District. And they said the more you call them, they track that so they can know exactly how long certain people went without power, and that determine like how much you get for food replacement voucher or EBT or food stamps or I don't know, something like that. So I'm like, shoot, I'll be happy with $100. I don't care what they give me. I'll be happy with whatever. But but yeah, most of y'all know I'm a personal custom cake decorator, so I kind of prefer an electric stove. Kinda. I didn't work with gas stoves, baking and making cakes and desserts, and I didn't work with electric stoves. And I kind of prefer the electric stoves. I don't know, they just seem to work better with me when I'm baking cakes. But that's just me. That's just me. Yep, Jr. Black. Hey, Jr. Black. Yes, I'm so thankful too. A lot of people are still without power tonight. A lot of people. When I last checked, there was about 600, and that's good though because it started at 188,000. It was almost 200,000 people without power. Almost 200,000 people without power, and it's down to like maybe 600 or so. And it does happen to be the people in the hood. Everybody elsewhere got their power on. It's the people right in the hood who still waiting on their power to come back on. So, yeah, that'll probably give me 2 to 350. That'll be good. Anything is better than nothing. Because I swear to God, I was like, oh my God, all that food we had to throw away is sitting in the trash right now, and it's Sunday, and our trash don't run till Friday. So all that food that went bad is gonna be sitting in the trash for a whole week. So, do you know what that's gonna be like in a neighborhood with a whole bunch of people, old bad food in their trash cans on the curb? Ooh, ooh. But you know what? Even so, Texas, they did have ice. So that made a big difference. We just had rain and thunderstorms, and we had trees that had tore down power lines and things like that. But they had ice on top of that, so it was kind of hard for them to get around. So that's explains why they took so long to get their power back on. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all look up the history, look up the news story, Omaha, Nebraska, ice storm of 1997. Look up that news story. That was like probably the worst ice storm in the history of everywhere. Look it up. Omaha, Nebraska, 1997 ice storm. I had just had my oldest son in April, and the ice storm came in October. And as most people know, in October, the trees are still, the limbs are still there. The trees and the leaves, and the trees are full of leaves around October, right? Because if you in the Midwest, or in a place where it gets cold, the leaves don't start to fall to like the fall, like November, early November, late November. That's when the leaves tend to kind of fall, late October. But this was early October, before the leaves had a chance to fall off the branches. So when that ice storm hit in 1997, child, we didn't have power for weeks. Weeks. Look it up. Omaha, Nebraska, 1997 winter ice storm. It was so bad. And I had just had my baby, and it was so bad. It was power lines down everywhere. I mean, everywhere. You couldn't go a few blocks without power lines in the street. And I was stuck at home with my newborn baby, scared and everything. And everybody in our city didn't have no power. It was only a few places. It was like a few places that had power. And my grandmother on my mother's side happened to have power. So everybody was camped out at her house. But I was too scared to drive. So my father, my stepdad, he drove. It took him literally like 4 hours. And I was on like 48th Street. He was on like 16th Street. It took him literally almost 4 hours to drive from 16th Street to 48th Street to get me and my new baby, and then take us back down to my grandma's. That it was trees down, limbs, poles. It was bad. That was a bad storm. That was a bad storm. But it's the Midwest. In the Midwest, we can expect. You never know, tornadoes, thunderstorms, ice storms. You never know what's gonna happen in the Midwest. You never know. So Sheila said, for weeks I wouldn't what to do but pray, Lord. Yeah, you definitely have to pray. Hell, we just went without 2 days, and I'm like, I'm up here in the bed like, oh, I'm about to go crazy. And then every now and then I had a little bit of data. Like I would get like 2 bars, and I'm like, okay, let me post on Facebook and post on YouTube and let people know how I'm doing. That was it. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything at all. Yes, it was Miss O with a newborn, and he's 24 now, and he don't have no idea what happened in '97 because he was a newborn baby. So when he hears the stories, he be like, dang, I was born during a serious time in history. But yep. You said in that snowstorm we had no power Sunday through Thursday. J.R. Black, it was horrible. It was horrible. I wouldn't wish. And see, when the stuff happened in Texas, this past storm in Texas when they had the ice storm, I wouldn't wish that on nobody, because not only do you not have power, but you can't really go anywhere. It's like you skating, and that's what took my dad so long to come rescue me and my son, because it's like the whole city is just covered in this thick ice. And so you skating all across the city, just skating, trying not to wreck, trying not to run off the road, and it was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. But yeah, Miranda said, "What state you in?" I'm in Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska, aka Omaha, Nebraska, because we be having a lot of shootings and murders up here. which I'm not proud of. I am not proud of the name that they gave us a long time ago, Omaha, Nebraska. I am not proud of that either. Um, but sometimes our city holds true to that, especially as of late. We done had a lot of murders. A couple of my friends have had their teenage children murdered in the past few weeks. It's been really bad up here lately, really bad. And then the storm hit, and I'm like, psh. Hopefully with the storm and people being without power and things like that, electricity, data, Wi-Fi for a couple of days, maybe that'll hit home somewhere with a lot of these people, because we've been really having a lot of murders and a lot of shootings lately. Matter of fact, I did a exclusive interview with Chucky on our Friday Night Live, before the storm hit. When we was live Friday night, um, Chucky called in because the last person who was murdered in our city was a young girl, or matter of fact, I think somebody might have been murdered after her, but she was like the last of the few that was murdered, and she was murdered right in front of his food truck. And so he was so upset, and it affected him a lot. And he was on Facebook like, "How dare you guys kill this young woman in front of my food truck?" And it really affected him. So we did an exclusive interview with him Friday night, before the power went out and everything. And I'm trying to cut his section out and edit it so that I can just post his interview by itself outside of the Friday Night Live show. But yeah, a lot of people is really affected up here lately with all the murders that's been going on. Clyde said, Do you live in your own home or rent? I'm asking because my list is different based on own rent. It's a list of things you can purchase little at a time that'll help you get through serious weather. Oh, right now I rent. I've owned before, but right now I rent. Hopefully I'll own again. I don't know. I don't know if I really want to own, especially right now during this time. I did look into buying houses about 4 months ago, and I was on here talking to you guys. But with it being a seller's market and all the homes like going for almost double the value, and they're not worth it. Okay, it's one thing for a house to be worth it, but a house that somebody bought for like 80, 90,000, and then all of a sudden they turn around and trying to sell it for 180 or 200,000, and it's not worth it. But because it's a buyer's market, people are spending money on these homes. I'm like, I'll wait till it's again. Because if it's a seller's market, but I'll wait till it's a buyer's market. I will wait till it's a buyer's market. Yep. And that's what my son said. My son said, "Mom, do you want me to go out and buy a generator?" And I said, "Son, the best time to buy a generator is when you don't need a generator. That's just like with a lawnmower, with anything that you could use in the summertime, like a grill, a fire pit, a lawn patio set." I said, "Them are not the things that you buy when you need it. You buy that ahead of time so you can get like good deals on it and stuff." And I said, "Besides that, where in the city do you think you can find a generator?" It took me 5 stores to find ice. It took me 5 stores to find ice. And I was about to give up. But I knew I had to keep going. I said, I'm not going to stop till I find me some ice, because all of our food had already went bad. And so the food that I had just bought for the grill and the rest of the chicken that I took out the freezer, I said, I'm going to grill this shit, and I'm going to find me some ice to keep it in the freezer, to keep it good to the next day, just in case we don't have food or have power the next day. So I kept going store to store, gas station. And finally, I called the place and I said, "Do y'all got ice?" And they said, "Yeah, we got ice." I said, "Hell yeah, I'm on my way." I ain't gonna lie, I was speeding. I was speeding to get there. And I got there and I said, "Where's the ice?" And they was like, "Over there." And I went and grabbed 2 big bags. And I was like, "Hey, that's all I need." And I went home, lit that grill up, barbecued all that meat, then put the ice in the freezer, and then after all my food cooled down and got to a normal temperature, I put it in the freezer and sat it on top of the ice. But yes, honey, You said, have you looked into new construction? No, but I think I'm going to look into this. There's these programs that people been telling me about. One of them is called like the Omaha 100, and one of them is called like Holy Name, and different areas like that. So I'm gonna look into them too. I'm gonna look into them too. He said Arby's ran out of roast beef on 72nd last night. How you run out of roast beef and that's what y'all known for? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That is funny. But you know what, Miranda? My oldest son, the one who moved out, who got the baby, he is thinking about moving to where did he say? Did he say Arizona? See, my oldest son, he's like me. With my job, I work from home, so I can literally move anywhere as long as there's electricity and there's a Wi-Fi. I take all my computers, all my monitors, and all that stuff, and I can just go. It don't matter. I tell my supervisor I'm moving. He like, how many days off you need? Across town, across state, across the country, whatever. His job is all across the. He works for a food service company, so they all across the United States too. So he's thinking about moving down south to Arizona, and so I was like, when you moving? Because my new grandbaby is only 2 months old. And he was like, well, we'll probably wait till he's about 4 or 5. And I said, well, just as long as I got enough time so I can make sure I got everything I need to do before I move. And he's like, you going to come with us? I said, I sure the hell am. And so then my youngest son, who's still in college, he's like, Mom, you just gonna leave me here? Where am I gonna stay? Where am you know what? And I said, it's gonna be 4 or 5 years. You a junior. You'll be graduated by then. So you can either stay here in Omaha or you can move with us. And he was like, nah. He said, if it's after graduation, I'll come down there with y'all. So we all might be moving down to Florida. I mean, not Florida, but down to Arizona. So I don't know. I don't know. My kids, they want that warmer weather. They tired of this Midwest. The winters here can be very, very treacherous. Winters here can get very, very, very bad, like really bad. In the Midwest, in Nebraska. So they want to move to warmer climate. So I'm like, I'm not really a hot climate type of person, but I guess, I don't know. I just wouldn't feel right for my grandbaby to grow up in a different state and me living in another state. I just want to be with my grandbaby. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, so but as far as okay, now back to the B sector for those of y'all in here who follow the B sector, who's the first person I need to watch because I need to catch up. I haven't watched any videos since earlier Friday. So I need to catch up. People have been going live all weekend long. So who do I need to watch first? That's what I need to know. I know Pizarro been going live. Deanna did a few lives. Jay Wilson did a few lives. Olivia did some lives. Spillerboy TV, I know he did a cleanup. Let's see who else. And the funny thing about it is when your power is out, and when your data and your Wi-Fi don't work, you still get the notifications. Like it still be saying who went live, like at the top of your screen. It'll say like who's live or whatever, but then when you click on it, the video just be spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and then it says you have no internet. Okay, Cookie Monster. Okay, now before when the power first was going out, I had seen a video with Cookie Monster. Is it Monster or is it Monster? And I never tuned in to Cookie Monster before, but everybody was sharing the video saying, we over here, they over here, tune in. So I clicked on the Cookie Monster, and I think it was Billy Boy on there, Olivia, Cookie Monster, and some other guy. And they were talking about Phi Babe. And because I didn't have no data or no Wi-Fi, I was like, okay, I'll just watch this later because I'm not trying to run down my battery and all that kind of stuff. But James Cleanup, okay, I definitely want to watch James Cleanup. You said Rita too? Okay, I'm gonna check out Rita too. I just want to know who to check out because I done got so many notifications over the past few days, and I'm so behind. I'm so behind. But yeah, the Miss O, the matter of fact, the Miss O, you have been. There has been a lot of drama surrounding you, child. There has been a lot of drama surrounding you, child. The Miss O, child. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. See, that's why I just try to watch the beef sector, and I try not to be like too much involved because I'm telling you, I'm not the kind of person to just be going back and forth with people. I'm a street girl. I'm a hood chick, so I'm like all about that. Meet you in the street, give you the heat, instead of just talking and popping off on the phone or on the internet or bullshit like that. That's not where I come from. So I'm like, this all this beefing back and forth on here is very entertaining to watch. I just don't want to be in it because I'm like, I don't, mm-mm. His chosen queen say, I'm telling you, you gotta watch all of them. Okay, I'm gonna just start from. I'm gonna just go back to Friday and I'm gonna just hit my notification. I'm gonna scroll all the way down and I'm gonna try to go back to the earliest one. Miss O, you innocent? Miss O says she innocent. Carrie said, I'm trying to be just entertaining. I say sometimes I slip up. Like the other day, matter of fact, Friday Night Live, we had got on, on Friday Night Lives, we discussed everything from the hood to the White House and beyond. And we got to talking about Phi and VS and Shireen and the girl Kiki. And I gave my little opinion on how I felt about the girl Kiki and Shireen and the whole VS situation. And I stand by it, and I've been standing by it for the last 2 years since VS went to jail. But yeah, I mean, I every now and then I'll give my little comment, my little commentary on stuff like that. But I really don't. I really do more news and reviews and things like that. But every now and then I just be like, I just gotta say something. This shit ain't right. Like we was talking about the Clyde thing, and I was like, Clyde Diva, like how you not understand that you were dead as wrong and that you need to apologize to Tracy and China Doll and everybody who cares for her and her family and her husband. How you not understand that? Like uh, things like that. When I just like, I just had to say something because I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like you don't have like any morals, any like I don't know. I don't know. Every time I'm wrong and I know I'm wrong, whether it's a friend, coworker, my own child, like, okay, I'm sorry, I was in the wrong, I apologize. Even times when I do a story, like a news story on something trending and I'll say something wrong, I'll come back and say, I apologize, edit, update. I was wrong about this situation. What really had happened was such and such. I'm like, how you not have it in you to apologize when you are wrong? That's just what I don't understand. And that's why, again, I understand why JW said either apologize or leave the sector. Leave the sector. And I'm all with that. Leave the sector. Jeez. uh. Shakila said, if my coworkers or family ever knew what I watched, they. Oh, Carrie Ray. I be telling folks. I be telling, no, honestly, a lot of people in my family and friends, they know I'm a YouTuber. I be getting stopped in my own city. They be like, hey, the hood table, what's up? I watched your show the other day. But, and then, we have been on the news before. The news, our local news have featured a story from our, show once before on, what was it about? It was about, some guy, um, it was some guy and he had an incident with one of his white co-workers and they had put something on his desk. It was like a noose. It was like a noose, and he had put it on his desk, and the guy ended up being fired. And anyway, we had broke the story, and it was exclusive. And the news called me. Like all the news people in my city was at my door, like the next morning. No lie, honest to God, I told y'all about this videos and videos ago in the past, but all channel 7, 6, 3, 5, all of them was at my door the next day. All these cars out front with these cameras, and I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? And they was like, we're just trying to talk to you about the story that you. I'm like, nope, I ain't trying to do all that. I ain't trying to do all that. So I ended up giving one of the news channels permission to show like a 20-second clip from our video that we did. And so that's kind of like when we hit the fan in our city. But yeah, it was crazy. But I tell all my family and friends, I'm telling you, some of these times when you be needing something to watch and you get tired of watching the hip hops of LA and Atlanta and all that kind of stuff and Housewives, and you might not have nothing to watch, uh turn to YouTube. A lot of people don't know that all these content creators are on YouTube, putting out all this content. And a lot of it is controversial, but a lot of it is still entertaining. And so a lot of my friends and families I done hip to a lot of these content creators that's on here. And they be hitting me up. They be like, okay, we just finished talking to Laverne earlier tonight, right? She was talking about she called me this morning and with my phone when I had a little bit, I had like 2 bars and her phone call came through. And she was like, that Deanna, she said, girl, she be popping off. She be going off. That girl be, I was like, well, she is part of the B sector. I was like, Deanna is part of the B sector. So yes, most of the times when you watch her, she gonna be popping off on somebody and talking shit. But she said, but I like her. So yeah, a lot of my friends and families, they follow a lot of the people that I follow. And it's entertainment. It's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so thank you, Clyde. I appreciate it. Yes, Deanna be popping. Deanna be popping. Yes, she do. Let me make sure I get to all these comments. Yep, you said that was hold on. He's a good child. Some people have no morals. Okay, so I said my opinion on apology. No need for them to apologize if they're not going to have a change. But that's true. And you know what? That's one thing I have to say about Spiller Boy TV. He done said that many times. He said, if you say something about me or if I say something about you, we most likely meant it at that time. So no need to apologize. If we're gonna be sociable again or, interact with each other again, then we're just gonna move all that to the back, we'll move all that to the side. We're not just gonna bring it up, but ain't no need for apology because it would be like kind of fake. Like, okay, I meant to call you a bald headed nappy ass child, and I'm not taking it back. You know what I mean? So, but in this situation with Clyde and with China Doll and Tracy, I think it has to be a sincere apology. Otherwise, just keep it. Just don't even say nothing. And people can tell when you're really apologetic. People can tell. If you're not really apologetic, then just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. But Carrie said my friend and I experienced racism in Tennessee before. It was the weirdest feeling. I swear it wasn't too easy to get locked up. Things would be different. I've been to Tennessee before, Memphis actually, because a lot of my I done told you guys before, a lot of my family members we drive from Coldwater, Mississippi and migrated to Memphis, Tennessee. And my great grandmother had all these kids, like 16, 18 kids, and only a few of them moved away from Memphis. Like they went to Omaha, Chicago, California, and the rest of them stayed in Memphis. So I have gazillions of family members, cousins down in Memphis. So I've been down there a few times for reunions and things like that. And it is quite different. It is quite different. You got to be careful down in some of those southern states, and even up north. I mean, hell, I live in Nebraska. The same type of shit you see in Minnesota, Chicago, LA, all that kind of shit. We had the same issues with police here. So, You just gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Stay prayed up. That's all I say about that. Um, let's see. Congratulations. My family cried. When did I become voluntarily troll? My husband and one of the YouTubers that he looking at. That's how some people be too. Yeah. I be sitting around listening to people. They be like, "What the hell? Who the hell is that going on? Who the hell is they talking about? What TV show is that?" I'm like, "That ain't no TV show, child. That is YouTube. It actually is a show, but it's not a TV show." And that's why I'm kind of waiting to see if this Sean Bradley show, what they call it, the show. I'm trying to see, or waiting to see when it's gonna come on, when it's gonna premiere, when it's gonna, because I really do want to see like what kind of content they're gonna have on there and whatnot, and if it will affect the rest of the sectors, not just our sectors, but other sectors of YouTube, and give people the idea of putting on a show like that. So I'm kind of interested just to see what type of content they are going to be putting out. You say your grandma has 20 kids, 16 girls and 4 boys. See, my grandma only had 4 girls and 1 boy, 5 kids. My great grandma, she the one who, boy, she was, boy, spitting them out every 8-9 months. Like, but down south back in the day, like, it wasn't no birth control. Like, you would literally have a baby, and then 6, 8, 2 months later, 6 weeks, 8 months, 8 weeks, 2 months later, you get pregnant again. Like all my great grandma kids, they were back to back to back to back to back. All 16. And I say 16, 18 because 2 of them died. So it's really 18, but 2 of them died. So 16 of them, they were able, to stay down south in Memphis, and then a couple of them migrated up here up north, and that's how I became about in Omaha, Nebraska, because my grandma and her sister moved to Omaha back in the 70s, and when it was really popping with the what was it, oh my god, what's the name of the train? I can't think of it off the top of my head. Oh god. But anyway, it was like a whole bunch of companies up here. The train station and everything was lit back in those days, like in the 70s. And it was just a whole bunch of jobs up here. So a lot of people migrated from down south. They went to Omaha, they went to Chicago, Kansas City, I mean, Iowa, a lot of places. A lot of places. So that's how we ended up being in Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, a view is a view. How you doing? Yes, everybody, please thumbs up the video. I haven't even been watching my thumbs up. But again, I want to say thank you to all those who've been looking out for me, texting me, hit me up on IG, Facebook. A lot of y'all follow me on Facebook or IG or Twitter. And I thank you for everybody, all the prayers and stuff. It was only 2 days that we were out of power, but it felt like 2 weeks. God, it felt like 2 weeks. I'm like, oh my God, all the people I follow on YouTube, I can't watch nobody. I can't support nobody's videos. I don't know what's going on. I can't even get on Facebook, or it was like I had like 2 bars every now and then. 2 bars here. Okay, I got 2 bars. Let me go on and let me talk to the folks, and then no bars. And then 3, 4, 5 hours later, I got like 2 bars again. And I'm like, okay, let me do another bar. No Wi-Fi, no data, nothing. And then it's like you can't even get phone calls. When the towers up here was all down, and people was on Facebook like, what service you got? Cricket, Boost Mobile, Verizon. People just naming off all their different services. Nobody could get a phone call, nothing. It was really weird. It was really weird. Yes, it was torture. It was torture. But our power is back on. I just hope it stays on, because again, like I said, when our power came on tonight, the neighbors across the street, their power came on too. No sooner than I packed up all my stuff from outside because I was sitting outside because it was just too dark in the house. So I was sitting outside. I packed up all my stuff, came inside to get ready to go live and talk to my peoples and stuff. We heard a loud kaboom, and I went back outside, and everybody across the street from me, their power was out. So I've been, let's see, how long I've been on here? I've been on here about an hour and a half. So I'm hoping that since then their power is back on. I hope that their power is back on. You said if you had a book to snow going. And you know what? Carrie, I have books, but they on my computer because I be getting books on Kindle. I be getting books on Kindle and on Amazon. And I had thought about that too. I said, well, dang, I can read a book. But then I was like, oh, I can't charge my computer. So I couldn't even read no books that I had already downloaded on my computer from Kindle. So yeah, it was and it's like you could download a movie or down, but if you ain't got no power to keep your computer or your phone charged, it's like no point. But yeah, but we good now. We good now. And I'm so glad because I work from home. So I'm like, if my power don't come on by Monday morning, then most likely my job will be like, okay, you need to pack your shit up and you need to come to the office. And I don't want to go to the office. I've been working from home like 6 years. I don't want to go to the office. I've been working from home way before the Rona hit. I've been working from home literally for 6 years. So when the Rona hit, last year, I was already at home before that. So now that everybody else is getting back to the office and stuff, I'm still at home because I was already home before that. So I don't want to go to work at the doggone office. Anyway, if I had to, I will go, but I don't want to. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna jump off of here and I'm gonna catch up with all y'all videos and stuff. That's what I'll be doing. It's midnight. So tomorrow while I'm working from home, y'all know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be watching everybody's videos. Everybody told me that I need to watch everybody's videos because a lot of stuff has been going on in the B sector. So I'm just going to go to my notifications and I'm going to scroll all the way down to Friday. I'm going to go all the way back to Friday and I'm going to find out what's going on and what's popping. And I'm definitely going to check out Cookie Monster because when I did have a little bit of data, I saw James was on there and I saw Olivia was on there and I was like, oh, I really want to watch this, but I don't have that much data and that much power. So I just clicked off and I said, I'll watch it later. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for all the love and support that you always give to the Hood Table on my hoodies. Make sure you like and share the video. I appreciate you guys. And I will come back tomorrow evening after I get off of work. But everybody stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times as usual. And don't forget to keep it hood. Bye. Bye, Carrie.